So the other day, Blossom and I were in the studio and we were talking about ChatGPT-5. And I said, you know, Blossom, does the world really need another video about ChatGPT-5? We know that it's going to be a better model. It's going to be faster. We know that it's going to have a smarter output because, of course, it's an evolution of ChatGPT. And there were a couple of cool features, like the idea that we had a unified prompt, which meant that if I put in a query, I don't have to select the model that I want. ChatGPT itself will select the best model for the prompt that I put in. But I was playing around with it, and there was a new feature that does deserve a video, and this is that video. Right, Blossom? Hello, my name is Frank, and this is one of my cats named Blossom. And here at Learning and Technology with Frank, we look at ways that we can use technology to learn and teach and be more productive. And ChatGPT-5 has a new feature called Study Mode. And in this video, I'll not only show you Study Mode, but I'll show you how to maximize the benefits of Study Mode to really make a difference in the way that you can learn things or teach things or just feed your curiosity about things that you're interested in. So let's go take a look. I've logged into ChatGPT and you can see the GPT-5 model is the one that I'm going to be using. It's the smartest, the fastest, the most useful, the most beautiful, the most talented, the most personable. It's just an improvement until at least GPT-6 comes out. So it's a really great model. And if I go up to the top corner here, you'll see that it also doesn't have me select from a bunch of different models. I just have GPT-5. It will determine the best model to use, whether I'm writing code or whether I'm writing text, whatever I'm trying to do. There are other models if you have a subscription. In my case, I do have a subscription to ChatGPT, so I can do the GPT-5 thinking mode. I do not have a pro subscription, which would allow me to do a lot more around research and such. It's something I'm considering, but it is a fairly pricey upgrade. So unless you have a business that justifies it, you might just want to use the free version, which gives you a lot of questions every day. You will run out after a little while of questions and you have to go to a mini model, or the version that I have allows me to do unlimited pretty much queries. It just doesn't have some of the research features. But you can explore that on your own, the different versions of ChatGPT. What I really like here though is I can use voice, I can upload files, I can do some of the things that you would expect of a high quality AI model in today's world. There are some things that I can do in terms of creating an image right out of here and saying think longer to give me a better answer. But what I really like here, and the reason I wanted to make this video, is because it now has a study and learn feature. And when I go into study and learn, it's going to construct its answer with the idea of helping me learn something and study for a certain topic. So for example, let's say we have the outdoor hiking club and I'd like to learn about bear safety. Going to be safe out there. And now what's going to do is it's going to give me a structured plan for understanding how to approach learning about bear safety. And this is a great this is a great outline. This is a great, if I'm a teacher, this could be an outline for a presentation. If I'm a student, this would be a great study session plan. This would be a great way for us to see exactly how to work with bear safety when we're out hiking. And you can see that after it provides that, it says, I can walk you through a realistic trail scenario. And we're going to be able to work back and forth with the AI in order to develop a study plan and to learn the topic. So here I'm actually interacting with the AI in a learning manner. But I did say that there's a way that I can make this even better. So what I'm going to do is create a new chat, and I'm going to go into my study mode again. And in this case, I'm actually going to prompt ChatGPT to use specific research-backed methods in order to help me study. So now what I've done is I've said, can you help me study bear safety when hiking using dual encoding? So now I've actually said, let's use some research-backed methodology of learning in this particular topic. Let's see what it does. So now it's going to go in, it's going to say dual encoding, It's going to give me a lot of information here, right? A little step by step. And I could say here, can you create the visuals? And now without having to go into a separate place, it's going to go through and create the visuals for my bear safety study session. Now I paused the video while it created that image because it did take a little bit of time to create the image, but while it was creating the image, I could scroll back and I could read some of the structured learning or the plan for learning. And certainly this would be a fantastic resource if I was an instructor building this out as a learning path for our outdoor hiking club. I think this is very interesting, this study and learn mode of GPT-5. It's something that I'm exploring more. It just came out, so we'll see how well it does. But I'm impressed quite a bit with the visual that it created. I am quite impressed with the plan that it has in terms of a structure for learning. And then I can interact with the AI to ask questions, to learn more about the subject that I'm interested in. What do you think, Blossom? Did you learn something new? Do you think you're going to be using ChatGPT-5? I'm not sure if she will, but you never know. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video if it was useful for you. Comment down below. You can check out some of my other videos here on the channel. And we now have memberships on the channel where you can help support the channel and basically buy treats for my cats. This is Blossom. There's a little gray one named Peanut. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.